Hello everyone, let's come to another discussion on previous year question. See, continuing our lecture series on previous year questions, analysis and model answers. Let us discuss the 11th question in 2024 General Studies 1 PY2 mains paper. See, in the above question, you can identify the main demand of the question is it is about the great Cholas, and the specific demand on the domain of art and architecture. Is simply asking about the contribution of Cholas in the of art and architecture. This is the context of the question. The context is very clear. Though the great Cholas are no more, yet their name is still remembered with great pride because of their highest achievements in the domain of art and architecture. The question is clear, but what we need to write? The question is not that. The question has a directive. The directive is comment upon it. Means you need to state your viewpoint. You need to state your viewpoint and you need to present your judgment regarding the statement. Is it fully correct or is it wrong? You need to provide validation. That is the key aspect of this question. Comment. And this being the 15 marks question, with you need to write around 250 words. Here you need to make an important structure and analysis of the question. The question is not talking about the achievements of Cholas in the domain of art and architecture. It has posed a question in the form of a comment. Comment means we need to state whether it is only because of art and architecture that Cholas are uh, memorable in our memory, or are there any other important contributions from the Cholas? So, based on this understanding, we will be preparing the structure of the question. The structure of the question. First, yes, we all be starting with a decent introduction stating the Cholas. We can start with the Cholas, the founder Vijayalaya, who founded the Chola dynasty, or with the time period ranging from 9th to 11th centuries. 9th to 11th centuries, their extent or the powerful rulers, Rajaraja, this can be formed an important and effective introduction whose, whose control extended over most of South India. This can be considered as an effective introduction stating the Cholas, their founders, their time period, the important rulers, and their contributions or their role in polity, economy, culture, literature, etc. See, this can be a decent introduction regarding the context of the question. Next, body. This is the most important aspect. The body should focus on three important aspects. One is the Chola contribution in the domain of art. See, specifically they have given art. So we need to give a detailed description of Chola art. Art in the form of paintings, art in the form of sculptures, particularly the bronze sculptures of Nataraja, and art forms also. The art forms also include the dance like Bharatanatyam. This is also an important art form, Bharatanatyam, their contribution. See, these are the important aspects in the terms of art, physical art. Next, the second part being architecture. Architectures, because these are specifically given in the question in the domain of art and architecture. In terms of architecture, we need to give a detailed description of the specific characteristics of Chola art. Characteristics of Chola art. See, here we'll be discussing about the Dravidian style of art, the monumental temples, Brihadishwara, the emergence of vast temple cities, the vast temple cities like Srirangam, Chidambaram, and even in terms of architecture, we may not be limited to just temples and their grandeur. Also speak about the forts, Chola Anicut, the Chola irrigation structures, particularly the dams and projects, they form an important aspect of Chola architecture. This is an important aspect of Chola architecture. This is explaining about the important aspects of Chola architecture, the large gopurams, the Raja gopurams, vast temple complexes at Chidambaram, different styles, the multi-storied temples, with a vast boundary wall, two-storied temples, the large Mahamandapa and Rajagopuram, and all these are essential features of Chola architecture. And next, the component. The third component of the question is, apart from the Chola contributions to art and architecture, the other important aspects why the Cholas are remembered. Cholas are remembered not only for their contribution to art and architecture, but also for their nuances in administration, particularly the local governance, how they impacted or influenced the development of local governance, the promotion of economy and trade, especially they facilitated trade with China, Rajendra too. Next, another important aspect of Cholas why we are still remembering them is their patronage to arts and literature. They were immemorial because of their patronage to literature, especially Sanskrit and Tamil literature. The Tamil Bhakti movement or Bhakti literature made the Cholas immemorial. They are still fresh in our memory. And next, after the literature, another important aspect is their national or sub-regional impact, regional influence of Cholas. See, Cholas made effective navy and colonized Southeast Asia. The Cholas expanded the Indian culture beyond India. This is one of the important factors why still we remember the Cholas. They spread Indian culture beyond the Indian shores. This is an important aspect of them. They reflect the strength, the navy, reflection of the identity, local Tamil identity. The Cholas represent the native identity. See, these are the important factors other than the art and architecture which made the Cholas truly immemorable. Immemorable. So finally, in our conclusion, we will be writing that apart from their masterly contributions to art and architecture, the Cholas were equally important were their contributions in terms of polity, administration, economy, literature, and, and their expansion, which made them truly masters of Indian Ocean. Masters of Indian Ocean, and that's why the name of the name of great Cholas is immemorable, even though they are lost. Immemorable, even though they are lost. See, this is the structure of a balanced and effective answer. Balanced and effective answer. See, we are covering both the great Cholas, still remembered with great pride because of the highest achievements in the domain of art and architecture. We have discussed about their great contributions in terms of art, paintings, sculptures, and bronzes. In terms of architecture, the Brihadishwara, the Gangaikonda Cholapura, irrigation structures, but also equally important are other contributions of the Cholas, especially in the field of administration, the local governance, in terms of economy, promotion of ports and trade, in terms of regional influence and a strong naval fleet. Together present a balanced and effective answer for the given question. Now, now we are done with the structure. Let us see the model answer. See, this is the model answer of the question. The introduction, which gives a brief about the Cholas, the time period, the great rulers, and the achievements of Cholas in art and architecture, specifically the temple art, the boundary walls, the style of Vimana, the Gopurams, and the sculptures, the prominent sculptures. Next, after the temple architecture, we focused on the painting, the contribution of Cholas in painting, especially the famous Tanjore paintings. The Tanjore paintings is an important relic of the Cholas. Next, we have already discussed the bronze sculptures. The bronze sculptures are an important lively tradition or lively testimony of the great Chola art. We have even installed the world's largest bronze sculpture of Nataraja at Bharat Mandapam during the G20 ceremony. See, these are the important developments in art and architecture. Apart from that, we also discussed about other important developments like literature, the promotion of Bhakti movement, the Alvas and the Nayanars, the coinage, administrative reforms, and military reforms. See, this provides a balanced answer for effectively addressing the actual demand of the question. Thank you. Tomorrow we will be dealing with another question.